Today we are going to continue with our reading passage in Unit 2 on page 26. Look at your books on page 26. Now, before we start, we want to revise you with the objectives, or the rules, or let's just say the goals of our lesson. Here we are going to find the problems of winning money in the reading passage. Then we will find money expressions in the reading. Also, we will make notes about ideas, find the meaning of the new words, and find the main idea for each paragraph. So these are the objectives of our lesson today. The students will be able to find, the problems of winning money, find money expressions, make notes about ideas in the text, find the meaning of the new words, and, talking about the main ideas of the paragraphs. Okay, now again, sorry. Look at, the picture. Look at the picture, please. What does this picture show? What does this picture show? Anwar?
Different money, currency.
Good. Yes, currency. Good. Money. So here, this picture shows a lot of money, different, kinds of the, currency, etc. Now, who can read the question, the second question? Adnan?
Okay. What words come to your mind when you see this picture?
Good. What
For
words come to
example,
your mind when you see
rich,
this picture?
successful businesses,
Business, wealthy,
investments.
buying everything, living in, big house, etc. So we have a lot of words that we related with, this picture. Good. Okay, now look at your books on page 26. Again, here, you will be surprised about the passage where you will find that, sometimes money will be what? Not a blessing. It will be a problem.
It's a curse.
Who can read, before the reading? Who can read,
Can I
the
read?
paragraph before
Can I?
reading? Faisal. Where are you, Faisal? Faisal Riyahi. Read the paragraph before reading. Hamza. Ali Shurman. Ali
Yes.
Shurman. Read, please, before reading.
Before reading, winning money as a prize could bring the winner problems. Do you agree or disagree? Give reasons. Make a list of problems you think might be mentioned in the article below. Then scan the article and see if it mentions the same problems.
Good. So you realize, the passage will be about the problems which face, the winners when they get, or when they, win their prizes. Winning money as a prize could bring the winner problems. Do you agree with this, or do you, disagree? So you have to give reasons for that. According to, when we read the text, we will find that sometimes it will what? Bring us a lot of problems if you get a lot of money. Make a list of the problems you think might be mentioned in the article. Then here we have to scan the article and see if it mentions the same problem or not. Now, look here. This is, I think, the main idea about, our text. Winning money as a prize could bring the winner problems. Okay, now here we are going to listen, then we will ask you questions. Okay, but just to share the audio, please. 1 minute. Listen, please.
Page 26. 9. Reading.
Money, a blessing or a problem? There's a great deal of truth in the saying, a fool and his money are soon parted. For some people, winning millions is the answer to their problems, but the reality is more like a nightmare for others. The money can strain relationships with family, friends, and neighbors, and can eventually end in bankruptcy. It's often very hard for a winner to handle the pressure and all those millions. Most prize winners are not used to having money and making financial decisions. They are vulnerable and become easy prey to people who want to take advantage of them. Winners may lose large sums on investments they know nothing about, or they might go in with a partner who may not know how to run a business. William Bud Post won $16.2 million. I wish it never happened. It was totally a nightmare, says Post. He tried to help his family, but things didn't work out. A brother was arrested for trying to kill him, hoping to inherit part of the money. Post went into a car business and a restaurant with his children, but the two ventures were failures. He eventually went broke, and now he lives on $450 a month and food stamps. For many people, sudden money can cause more than financial disaster. The most notorious case of poor use of prize money in recent times is that of Michael Carroll, who won £9.7 million, $17.1 million, at the age of 20. Michael spent almost his entire fortune in 18 months on 4 homes, a holiday villa in Spain, 2 convertible BMWs, and 2 Mercedes-Benz cars, several quad bikes, and a stake in a football team. Sometimes money can make people insane, but that isn't the case with Michael Carroll. He was a nuisance before, and decided to continue being a nuisance. Michael has been in constant trouble with the law, and has paid thousands of dollars in fines for vandalism. Reports say that he is nearly broke. But not everyone is like Michael and Bud. Bob Bradley, an 83-year-old great-grandfather, won $6.17 million in May 2006. Besides giving a huge amount to children's charities, Mr. Bradley has spent his fortune helping to make the dreams of his family and friends come true. He has rejected flashy cars, expensive vacations, and a move to a luxury mansion in favor of handing out his jackpot to others. He said, "I haven't kept any money for myself. I can just give my family all they ever wanted. I've had my life more or less, so this win is for their benefit." So, if you ever win a big prize, seek an advisory team to help you make important financial decisions, and a good psychiatrist to help you keep your sanity.
Okay. Now, look at the first question. Who can read the title?
Can I can read.
Yes, Anwar.
Okay.
Read the title, please.
Money, a blessing or a problem?
Good. Money, a blessing or a problem? You realize that here we have what? Question. Money, a blessing or a problem? And it depends. Okay. Look at the second question. You can read the second question. Dia.
Can I?
Dia.
How many paragraphs are there? There is like
How many
5 or
paragraphs?
6.
6. Yes, good. Here we have 6 paragraphs. We have 6 paragraphs. Now, what do you think the paragraph is talking about in general? Adnan?
Paragraphs talk about people who had money and lost it in stressful ways.
Talking about people and lost it in their projects, etc. How many people are mentioned in the paragraph or in the text? How many people?
Can I answer?
Okay.
Yes, Dia.
There are 3 people.
There are 3 people. Did they have the same problems? Did they have the same problems?
No, not all of them.
No. So here 2 of them, faced the problems, but the third one, no, it was a blessing for him. But the first 2, getting money or winning a lot of money was a problem for them. How many photos here? We have 1 photo for a chick, I think, a picture of a chick. Okay. Now look again to the first paragraph. We want to listen it again, then we will ask you questions. If there is no audio, tell me, okay?
Okay.
There's no sound.
There is no audio.
There is no?
No.
1 minute, please. I have to share the audio again. 1 minute. Okay, listen, please.
There's a great deal of truth in the saying, a fool and his money are soon parted. For some people, winning millions is the answer to their problems, but the reality is more like a nightmare for others. The money can strain relationships with family, friends, and neighbors, and can eventually end in bankruptcy. It's often very hard for a winner to handle the pressure and all those millions.
Okay. Now look at the first question here. Who can read the question?
Can I?
يلا يا فيصل. Read the question. Faisal Riyah.
Yeah. What does this saying mean? A fool and his money are soon parted.
Good. What does this saying mean? A fool and his money
Well,
are
I
soon
think
parted.
if a foolish person spends
Will
all his
make a
money
yes.
on useless
He will
things,
spend.
he will
Good.
be poor. He will
One day
yeah,
he
he'll
will
lose
be.
all his money.
He will lose all of his money because he's foolish. Because he will not be able to let us say act well.
He
So
spends all his money carelessly.
yes, carelessly. Good, thank you very much. Person who acts carelessly with their money will lose it in fast. One day he will be what? Poor. Good. Look at the second question. Adnan, read the second question, please.
How do some people think about money? They think it's always a blessing and it will always make life better.
But this is what?
This is false.
Good. For some people, say that winning millions will be what? A bigger problem for them. Yes.
Because they don't know how to spend it sometimes.
Yes, good. Sometimes it will be, a problem for them. Now, what about the next question? Dia?
What problems can money do? It can strain relationships with family, friends, and neighbors.
What problems can money do, especially with, relatives, with relations? The money can what?
Damage the relationships between people.
Good. The money can strain, destroy the relationships between people, with families, friends, etc., with neighbors, and at the end, eventually end with what? Bankruptcy.
Going to
It will be broken one day. Good. Bankruptcy means broken, not having money. Okay. Now, what is the main idea of this paragraph? Mhm.
Answer.
Can I?
Yes. Adnan.
It is
Money can-
it's meant to see money can strain relationships with family and friends and end in bankruptcy,
Good.
and show the main idea of winning millions. What can it do to people?
Thank you very much. Money can strain relationships with family and friends and end in bankruptcy. Good. So this is about the first paragraph. Move to the second, please. Again, if there is no audio, just tell me. Listen.
Most prize winners are not used to having money and making financial decisions. They are vulnerable and become easy prey to people who want to take advantage of them. Winners may lose large sums on investments they know nothing about, or they might go in with a partner who may not know how to run a business.
Okay. Look at the question. Who can read the question, please?
Can I read?
Yes, Anwar.
Okay. Do the winners know what to do with that money? Why?
Good.
Mr. No, because they don't have financial experience and they are vulnerable.
Good. They do not have, let us say enough
They can't make
experience,
decisions.
and they do not have, for example, let us say a financial, let us say, knowledge. Yes. Do most prize, winners know what to do with that money? No, they don't. Why? Because, most of them do not have what, or, financial decisions. They have what? Lack of financial decisions. Good. Okay, we can read the next paragraph. The next
Can I?
question. What's the main idea
Can I?
of the read the
What's the
question.
main idea of this paragraph? It shows how people spend their money.
Good. Prize winners are usually not good in financial decisions. Good. Sometimes, yes, most prize winners are not used to to having money and making, the final decisions. This is what the main idea of the paragraph. Let's move to the next paragraph, this paragraph number 3. Listen. If there is no audio, tell me.
William Bud Post won $16.2 million. I wish it never happened. It was totally a nightmare, says Post. He tried to help his family, but things didn't work out. A brother was arrested for trying to kill him, hoping to inherit part of the money. Post went into a car business and a restaurant with his children, but the two ventures were failures. He eventually went broke, and now he lives on $450 a month and food stamps.
Good. So you realize this paragraph is talking about, the one who won 16.2 million. What is his name? Who won, 16 million?
Can I answer?
Yes, Adnan.
William Bud Post.
Good. William Bud Post. Yes. What did he say after getting that money? What did he say?
Can I?
Yes, Dia.
He said that he wished he never got them or never got the money.
He wish it never happened. In other words, because, he what? He said also it was like, nightmare. Because, he faced a lot of troubles. He realized that one of his brothers tried to kill him to inherit him. So he said that, he wished it never happened. And it had been totally nightmare. We can read the question. Ali Gaidan, are you here? Let me choose.
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Read, please, the third question.
Does William have a problem with his family?
Good. What do you think?
Uh,
According to the paragraph, yes.
yes.
Yes, he has a problem with his family. Good. Yes. Now, here we have another question. When Nuruddin, are you here, Nuruddin? Assaf, are you here?
That can I read?
Yara Abdullah. Read the question, please.
Why was his brother arrested?
Why was his brother arrested?
Because Mr.
He tried to what? He tried to kill him.
Yeah.
Trying to
He tried to
inherit.
kill him, hoping. Yeah, he tried
Yes,
to kill him.
to get some money. When his brother died, he will inherit him.
Yeah.
Good. Now, what about the last? Ali Sharman, are you here?
Yes, Mister.
Read please the last question here. Does William still get that money?
Does William still get that? Does William still get that money? Explain.
What do you think? Does he still get that money? Or
No, he lives on for $150.
In other words, no. Yes, good.
Yes,
he
no.
doesn't still, get that money, and he went broke. Now he just, received help from the government. He lives on what? $450 a month and food stamps. Good. Now, what is the main idea of this paragraph? What is the main idea of this paragraph?
Can I answer?
Yes, Adnan.
The main idea of this paragraph to show an example of how a person got a lot of money but lost it all.
Good. Yes, very good. Or a problem to his family. Yes. Sometimes, a lot of money will make a lot of problems with family. Good. Now, let's stop here. And next time we will continue with the next paragraphs. Now go to the homework, please. Go to your homework.